everyone is having a wonderful day. I would like to kickstart the presentation by introducing myself. My name is Nuraina Fasana binti Ramli and my metric number is 289636. Today, our group is going to be presenting on our findings on a survey of consumer behavior. For the introduction, I will be explaining about the theory of consumer demand and consumer behavior as well as the concept of utility. Consumer demand theory is an economic notion that deals with the relationship between consumer demand and market prices for products and services. While, according to Blackwell, consumer behavior is defined as person obtaining, consuming, and ordering items or services. Other than that, utility concept in economic refers to the whole satisfaction received from the consumption of an item or service. That's all for our introduction. Thank you. Move on to the next part, which is part A. In this section, I will share our findings on respondent background. The description of the background analysis of the respondent involves aspects of gender, ethnicity, and age. The first data I would like to share is about the ethnicity of the respondent. From the data we have collected, we can conclude that Malay respondents are the majority respondent in this study. A total number of 17 people, equivalent to 80.95% that were Malay, was selected randomly to answer the questionnaire. Next, a total of 4 people, equivalent to 19.05% that were Chinese, was selected to conduct this questionnaire. Another data that were collected in this survey is the gender of the respondent. In this section, there are 2 categories, which is male as well as female. A total of 10 males, equivalent to 48%, and a total of females, equivalent to 52%, were randomly selected as respondents in this survey. As a result of the finding, there was no evidence of gender discrimination during the research. Next, another important data we have collected is about age of the respondent. The questionnaire have divided the population into 4 age groups. The number of respondents once again were chosen randomly by the group members. A number of 14 respondents from the age group below 30 were chosen to answer this survey. Other than that, there is 1 respondent from the age group 31 to 40. Furthermore, there are 3 respondents were chosen from the age group 41 until 50 and above 50. In conclusion, all of them have various opinions on this matter. That's all from me today. Thank you and have a great day.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Raimi Rafiki bin Muhammad Fuad. My matrix number 2X7507 and I am presenting about the question 1. As we can see, people frequently confuse about the brand and the product, yet the two are interchangeable. According to the law of demand, the quantity purchased varies inversely with the price. A brand can also be a reputation, word, sign, symbol, or design, or a mix of these. Brands are vital in ensuring the marginal utility analysis may be used to demonstrate the relationship between the price and the quantity demand. This influence is especially crucial when clients are unable to develop a conventional analysis due to a medical issue. The brand name and the logo are the 2 most important aspects in determining brand recognition. Thank you.
Demand is the willingness and ability to buy specific quantities of a good at particular price for a particular time period. According to the law of demand, the centralist variable assumption stated that the higher the price of the goods, the less the quantity of the goods demanded, and vice versa. Changes in demand can happen when there is a rise or fall in quantity demanded due to changes in factors affecting the demand. The respondent who strongly agree with the statement is only one that one respondent might have a higher annual income compared to the other respondent, or he or she do not act rationally. The study shows that many irrationally consumers who buy brand goods are not in a financial position to be able to afford luxury goods. Changes in consumers' income play an important key in determining whether the demand curve will shift to the left or right. The higher the income, the higher the demand for branded goods and vice versa. Thus, when the respondent income decreases, the lower the demand for the branded goods, and this will eventually cause the demand curve to shift to the left.
The third statement is, if my income rises, I will increase my purchase of goods. There are 12 respondents agree that they will increase their purchase of goods when their income rises. The reason is, when income rises, the demand for most goods goes up, which is normal goods. A rise in income leads to increased demand for ordinary goods. When consumer income rises, the demand for particular goods also rises, which indicates that consumers are willing to buy the goods at any given price. Thus, the theory predicts well or majority that increase in consumer income, they will increase purchase of goods.
The definition of quantity demand is the total quantity of goods or services demanded at a particular price and point of a time. According to the law of demand, the ceteris paribus assumption stated that the price of a product and the quantity demand for the product have an inverse relationship. Thus, the higher the price of the goods, the less the quantity of goods demanded. Changes in quantity demand are the rises or falls of quantity demand of goods to the changes in own price and happens when there's movement along the same demand curve. The frequency of respondents who strongly agree is 47.62%. In such, there are two reasons why the majority of the respondents prefer to buy more goods when the price of the goods decrease. Thus, many people who never buy a product before because it is too expensive will buy it if the price falls far enough. Second, the buyers who already bought the good, even if the price is at high price, will buy more of the goods if the price continues to decrease. However, there is a case where it is contrary to the law of demand because the respondent might have different preferences and prefer to buy specific goods.
The fifth statement is, I prefer to buy goods online rather than in person. There are 9 respondents among 21 respondents having neutral stand about they prefer to buy goods online rather than in person. The reason is, the result indicates that personal preference affects their buying behavior. Preference of a person determines the amount of goods that a person is willing to buy at a given price. Consumers usually buy goods based on their preference. There are few reasons that why consumers prefer shop in store. Firstly, they prefer to check the quality of product before buying. Second, consumers' comfort level when shopping at store. Thirdly, sufficient information provided by professional salesperson. Next, reason why consumers prefer shop online. Firstly, wide variety of products from different companies at shopping platform. Second, get reference from rating and online service of product. Thirdly, it provides its search engines to compare price, product features, shipping costs, and third-party review and evaluations about the product.
Right, now we move to the last question in the part B, which is question 6. According to question 6, the highest scale that the respondent answer was agree, with 11 respondents equaling 52.38%. Purchasing items online seems to be more convenient and practical as evidenced by the largest percentage. These are 3 reasons why purchasing goods and items online is more secure and convenient. Shopping stuff is more convenient and effective for customers. Customers have more and unrestricted shelf space to purchase products on the internet. Purchasing products online also save money. It can be used to demonstrate the law of demand, which claims that price and amount demand are inversely connected. Thank you. Now we move to the part C.
Now we move to part C. If the price of goods A fall by 50%, I will purchase it. It can be approved when the table shows that the strongly agreed answer by respondent equal to 57.40%, which is the highest scale than others. People prefer buying things on sale such as discounts because they serve as a ploy to attract more people to the store. They want to buy items that give them more happiness and satisfaction while buying the item. As a result, demand will increase if consumers are willing and able to buy the item when the offer gets lower price. Demand will curve to the right, the curve shifts outward. Level of income individuals also influence the willingness of consumers are willing to buy. For example, consumer that has low income, they will tend to make the best decision by buying items that suit with their ability. For conclude, if a discount on a product can provide more benefit to the consumer. Next question number 2. There are some factors why the consumer will purchase good A even the price of good A is higher than good B. Firstly, the factor that in fact is income. Consumer high income, willing and able to buy even the price is higher depend on the type of goods. In addition, if the income rises, the demand for the goods will increase. We call this type is normal goods. After that, every consumer has different tastes and preference for a goods. Consumer will choose to purchase goods that are determined by quality of the goods and fulfill the customer's pleasure. Last but not least, loyalty in brand can be defined as dedication to purchase preferred product no matter of situational change or marketing efforts. Brand loyalty presents rebuying preferred product constantly in future. They do not change their mind to switch to buy another brand even at a lower price.
Hello, my name is Nur Azada binti Salahuddin. My matric number is 288854. Today I'm going to present about the factor that influence consumer behavior. Demand is consumer willingness and ability to purchase service anchored at different price per a given period of time. According to the law of demand, when price increase, then quantity of demand will decrease, and when price decrease, quantity of demand will increase. There is positive relationship between the price of goods. When the price is increased, then the quantity of demand will decrease. According to question 3, the frequency show respondent who strongly agree is 42.87%, and rationally, consumer will purchase something relatively cheaper over something that expensive. The percentage of respondent who choose disagree is 14.29%, and they do not mind if the price is increased. We can say this happened because of taste and preference. Respondent might have different preference, so that's why they still willing to purchase even the price is increased. A favorable change in consumer taste and expectation will increase demand for goods. Consumers prefer to choose KFC because KFC was famous for their fried chicken. This is because KFC has their own recipe that makes their fried chicken special. In conclusion, change in price of goods and service cause change in quantity of demand. Economists use term of demand to refer consumer willingness and ability to purchase goods and service at different price for a given period of time. According to the law of demand, when price increase, then quantity of demand will decrease, and when price decrease, quantity of demand will increase. Consumer demands was influenced by their income, and based on question, if income increase, the demand will increase. According to the question, the percentage the respondent will choose agree is 42.86%, and the reason why majority prefer to buy this good is because of taste and preference. Even though consumer prefer to KFC, but lately consumer prefer to other meat because the recipe preferred by the restaurant is increasing and the taste of their fried chicken is better than KFC. Next, the frequency of respondent who choose moderately is only for people, which is equal to 19.05%. In this case, respondents are by naturally choosing either agree or disagree that even their income increase or not, they still willing to purchase this good. If income increase, the purchasing of consumer will increase and demand curve will shift to the right and vice versa. In conclusion, if consumer income is increased, then they are willing to purchase those.
Last but not least, for this question 5 was carried out to determine what is the elements that influence household expenditure on sustainable consumption. There are a lot of factors that influence household expenditure, such as income, employment, health, and age. In this study show that the most significant factor that influence household expenditure is consumer income. If income increase, then the household expenditure will also increase. Based on question 5, 7 respondents choose moderate and another 7 respondents choose agree, followed by strongly agree with 6 respondents and only 1 respondent choose for disagree. Lastly, no respondent choose for strongly disagree. It implies that the majority of respondents believe that if their income increased by 50%, they will purchase both of good A and good B. And when people's income rise, their purchasing power and ability to spend will also rise. Good A and good B is considered as luxury goods. This is because in the theory said that for luxury goods, the percentage for quantity demanded will increase more if the income increase. So it is proof that the theory was correct because this survey shows that consumer will buy more if their income increase. Demand for good A and good B will increase as consumer income increase. This is because consumer will increase their purchase even if the price was not changed to enable them to increase utility. An increase in consumer income will affect the demand for luxury goods to increase. Due to the occurrence of an increase, the demand curve for luxury goods will shift to the right. The demand for luxury goods will also increase even if the price of goods does not change. In conclusion, if the consumer income increase, the demand for good A and good B will increase because consumer will buy both without making any selection. As a result, consumer demand theory is an economic notion that deals with the relationship between consumer demand and market price for the goods. Based on the law demand, if the price of the good increase, the quantity demand will decrease. Those factors include income, preferences, price related of the goods, number of buyers, and others. For branded goods, the demand will rise if their income rise and vice versa. The demand curve will shift to the left. In conclusion, the researchers hope that this study will help us to get a better understanding about the concept of consumer behavior and factors that affect in selection of goods.
That's all from us. Thank you.